You have a total of 3 AP when in combat. When starting combat, he or I will say, roll priority. Very simple, you roll a die. If you have priority on your back page, you add to it. Whoever has the highest number, guess what? You go first. It then goes down the list. Guy who had 20 goes before guy who had 15. So on and so forth. During your turn, like I mentioned, you have 3 AP. This AP can be used to do anything. 1 AP can be used to punch people. 1 AP can be used to move. It can be used to do various minuscule things like, I'm going to break this window. I'm going to pull off this line. 1 AP is used for many, many different things. In your case, it's used to stab. But most people don't have it. Unless you have an ability that says otherwise, you're using a weapon is going to cost 2 AP. Any weapon. Doesn't matter. I have a gun, I have a sword, don't really care. Both taking 2 AP to use them. How this works. For melee, I will explain. Alright, so you want to hit this big hulking bastard in front of you. Very simple. You obviously roll accuracy. You need to make sure that you actually hit them. They will then roll their evade. Whoever has the higher number, guess what? They win. So, you have 24 accuracy, they have 15 evade, you punch them in the face. Very simple. You then roll strike. I mean, I need to know how bulging your muscles are when you hit this guy, right? So you roll strike, they roll defense. You will notice on the top of your paper, there's a tier list on your front page. Tier 1 through 9 is 1, 10 through 19, 2, so on, so forth. Tier 1. Alright, who has a melee weapon? Alright. So, someone just shout out a damage class.
8.
8, perfect. Alright, so you're using a super heavy, or no, you're using a heavy weapon, am I correct?
Yes.
Excellent. So, you hit this person, you roll your strike. Let's say you roll an 8, including bonuses. You will do 8 times 1, because 8 is tier 1. 8 times 1 is 8, you do 8 damage. Let's say you roll a 15, that's tier 2. 8 times 2 is 16, you do 16 damage. That's simple. Nothing difficult about this if you know basic math. Good for you. You can play Tephra. Alright then. Guns. How do we use guns? Well, you're going to take your gun, you're going to aim your gun, you're going to fire. You use accuracy to see if you hit. If you hit the guy, guess what? Your accuracy, you figure out what accuracy is on the tier chart. So let's say you roll a 20. 20 categorizes into 3. 3 times whatever your damage class is, that's how hard you hit. That's simple. I don't care if you're ripping with muscles. You don't roll strike for guns. It doesn't matter how hard you pull that trigger. The bullet's going out at the same speed. That easy. Exactly.
So if you roll a 20 for accuracy, that's tier 3, and if you've got a heavy firearm, that's 6. So it's 6 times 3.
Yes.
Okay.
Alright. As for damage, or as for defending, let's say this big hulking monster is hitting you instead. Well, you want to take as little damage from this hit as possible. So, let's say you fail your evade roll, and now you have to roll defense. You roll defense. Let's say you're wearing, who's got, I don't know, the highest, is anyone wearing heavy? Super heavy. Your SO class is 5. You roll defense. You roll a 20. Wow, that's 5 times 3. That's 15 damage you soak. What's that, you say? He only did 10. That's cute. He does nothing. Because 15 minus 10 is 5. You don't gain health from being hit, so you sure as hell don't take any.
Can the other person take it?
Do what? No, we don't. I actually there might be a specialty for it, but I don't know off the top of my head. So, that's simple. The best way to do this out of combat, how to play the game, very simple.
How long is your
If you want to do it, you tell it to me. Now, considering that there are this many people in a group, we're going to go in a circle basis. I'm basically going to describe what's going on, and then I'm going to look around the table saying, is there anything you'd like to do? So on and so forth, just around the table. If you don't have anything you want to do, you don't have to say anything. Just say, no, I'll pass. That's simple. Alright. If you have any questions about the battle system, about how to play the game, Just ask me what we're playing. It's time to get started.